Histology is the science that deals with the microscopical study of normal tissues. Histo means tissue and logia means study. Microscopes. There are several types of microscopes available for histological study. Classification of the different types of microscopes depends on their magnification and resolution power. Magnification power is the ability of the microscope to magnify objects several times. Resolution power, on the other hand, is the capacity of microscope to see two particles close together as separate objects. Classification of microscopes. Light microscope is the commonest type in which daylight or electric light is used as a source of illumination. It is largely found in student laboratories. Structure. Light microscope is composed of both mechanical and optical parts. The mechanical part is formed of the piece or foot, the stage, which is a platform with two clips to hold the slide, the arm, which is a curved handle used for carrying the microscope, the body tube, which carries the magnifying lenses, the nose piece, which is a rotating stage carrying the objective lenses, the coarse adjustment for raising and lowering the body tube to obtain a sharp image of the examined object, the fine adjustment for fine raising and lowering the body tube to obtain accurate focusing, especially at high magnification. Optical components are the mirror, found below the stage, collects and directs light to illuminate the object. It is concave on one side and flat on the other. The concave mirror collects more light than the flat mirror, thus used for high magnification, providing satisfactory and enough illumination for the objects. The condenser, found between the mirror and the stage. It collects and focuses light source either from the mirror or electric light to illuminate the objects. It can be raised or lowered by the condenser height adjustment to increase illumination of the objects. The objective pieces, found near the object to be studied. They differ in their magnifying powers. There are low power objective lens 10, high power objective lens 40, oil immersion objective lens 100. The examined object, in case of oil immersion, should be immersed by a drop of oil before examination. The eye pieces found near the eye. They are of different magnifying powers, but the most common eyepiece used is of 10 magnification. The total magnification of the examined object equals the power of the eyepiece multiplied with the power of the objective piece. Phase contrast microscope is used for examination of living cells in culture media without staining. It is based on the fact that light changes its speed and direction when passing through cellular and extracellular structures having different refractive indices. This causes the structures to appear lighter or darker relative to each other. Fluorescent microscope is used mainly for histochemical study. By this microscope, the fluorescent substances in the examined tissue will shine by giving off visible light and so become visible. The source of illumination of this microscope is the ultraviolet rays, which are very harmful to the eyes, so a filter is put on the eyepiece to protect the eyes. Electron microscope gives a very high magnification and resolution power. It is used to study the minute details of cells. The source of illumination of this microscope is a beam of electrons. There are two types of electron microscope: transmission electron microscope and scanning electron microscope. Transmission electron microscope has a high magnification power. When very thin sections are examined, electrons used in this microscope as a source of illumination are differentially scattered by the different structures. So, some structures appear dark and others appear bright in electron photomicrographs. Scanning electron microscope is a special type of electron microscope which gives a three-dimensional picture of the specimen, so by which very small structures as a whole RBCs could be examined. The photos for some different types of microscopes important for histological study as phase contrast microscope, fluorescent microscope, electron microscope, both types, transmission electron microscope and scanning electron microscope, and the corresponding explanation slides for each, together with some different types of microtomes used for cutting histological sections as rotatory microtome for cutting paraffin sections, cryostat for cutting frozen sections, ultramicrotome for cutting electron microscope sections are all collected from the net site www.google.com.